The Las Vegas Strip is the site of some of the most iconic buildings in America. And near the top of that list is the Luxor Hotel and Casino. The complex, with its 350-foot black pyramid, is among the largest hotels in the world, with 4,407 rooms and 2,000 slot machines under its unmistakable angled roof. An Egyptian obelisk and a replica of the Sphinx guard its entrance. And from its peak, the strongest beam of light in the world fires into the sky. But despite its brilliance, the Luxor has a dark history. Since it opened in 1993, the storied complex has played host to a shocking number of bizarre deaths. Deaths that were sometimes kept secret, lest the bad news frighten off the droves of tourists. So many deaths that some have called the casino cursed. Reports of deaths at the site first came about during the hotel's construction, when the rumored deaths of several workers on the project were deliberately kept from the headlines. But the stories didn't die there. In the years that followed, visitors would report sightings of ghostly figures throughout the hotel. Apparitions were seen often in the dark corners and dim basement tunnels of the Luxor's Nile River boat ride. The hotel has since demolished the attraction. Only 3 years after the hotel was completed, the Luxor experienced its first public death. In 1996, a woman fell from the 26th floor atrium balcony of the hotel. To the horror of onlookers, her body landed on an old buffet table. The body struck with such force that it broke apart on impact, rendering the victim unidentifiable. Stories of her being a suicidal sex worker circulated, though nobody really knows the reason for her death. It's said that her ghost now haunts the 26th floor, and the buffet has since been replaced by a food court. More mysterious deaths followed, with another guest falling to his death from the 10th floor. Again, the reason for his fall is unknown. In October of 1997, a 16-year-old prostitute named Sarah Gruber was strangled to death by a hotel guest that she had picked up in the bar. A decade later, a terrifying event happened in 2007, when a young casino worker went out to his car and noticed a plastic cup, upside down, sitting on his car roof. When he lifted it up, it exploded, immediately killing the worker. Casino operations continued without interruption. 2 men were later tried and convicted for planting the bomb, but no motive was ever found. In 2010, a famous incident involving mixed martial arts fighter Jason Sindelar made headlines. Sindelar was involved in a public altercation with his girlfriend at a party. He was drunk and was making a scene. A UNLV football player named Demario Reynolds, who was also a guest, asked Sindelar to leave the party. Sindelar then tried to grab his girlfriend by the throat and hit her. Reynolds restrained him with a bear hug until the man calmed down. When Reynolds released him, Sindelar started throwing punches and then stormed out of the party. But a short time later, he would return. He confronted Reynolds and slammed his fist into the man's face with such power that Reynolds collapsed to the floor and never regained consciousness. A court later ruled that Reynolds died from an overdose and not from the blow by Sindelar. Just 2 years later, an airman from nearby Nellis Air Force Base got into a fight with another airman in the lobby of the Luxor. One man shoved the other back against an open elevator door, and there was no car in the shaft. The victim plummeted 25 feet down the empty shaft to the basement. Sources say he died from the fall. Later that same year, Luxor's water supply was stricken by Legionnaire's disease, resulting in the deaths of multiple hotel guests. These strange and violent deaths have generated a steady stream of ghost stories about the property, and some of the spirits have become familiar faces. On the 12th floor, guests report being asleep in their room, only to wake up startled, fighting for air, and fending off the sensation of being choked. Others have said they felt a phantom hand sweep across their face in the darkness, while others have reported seeing the ghost of a mysterious blonde woman hovering over them. The unsettling blonde apparition is among the most frequently seen in the hotel. However, nobody seems to know who she is. Many ghosts have been attributed to the special exhibit that opened at Luxor in 2008. The Titanic exhibition is an ambitious museum that includes reproductions of rooms from the doomed ship. Visitors claim to have seen a shadowy figure standing on the brilliant replica of the Titanic's grand staircase. The museum also includes over 250 actual artifacts recovered from the sea floor, many of them personal items belonging to the ill-fated passengers. Luxor visitors often report what they believe to be the spirits of the owners drifting around the lost artifacts. Elsewhere, the ghost of the great ship's lookout, Frederick Fleet, has frequently been seen on the exhibit's promenade deck, gazing into the darkness for survivors of the tragic voyage. The notorious history of the property certainly begs the question as to why the Luxor has attracted such bad karma. And there is no shortage of theories. Most often, these terrible events are blamed on the structure of the hotel itself and the occult associations with pyramids. Named for the temple complex in the Egyptian city of Thebes, Luxor was originally designed to be a family-friendly slice of ancient Egypt on the Vegas Strip. But the original pyramids were burial shrines to great pharaohs. They had religious significance, and many think that the casino is cursed for not respecting the integrity of the architecture it impersonates. Some even claim that ancient Egyptians built sphinxes on either side of their great pyramids, one to guard the east entrance and one to guard the west. The Luxor has only one sphinx facing east, so some say it's not fully protected from evil spirits. Or perhaps it's because Luxor is on the western side of the Las Vegas Strip. The Egyptian land of the dead was on the western side of the Nile. Some blame these tragedies on the suppressed story of the original construction workers who supposedly died on the job as the pyramid was built. Of course, the display of personal artifacts from the Titanic's passengers aren't helping the situation either. Still, others suggest the first few deaths in the hotel inspired mobsters to use the Luxor as a place to knock off their own victims, figuring more deaths wouldn't get so much attention. Seers and prognosticators all have theories involving mysterious beings and forces of the unknown. But it's also possible that these strange Luxor deaths are simply due to something that the residents of Las Vegas know is all too real: a run of bad luck. My name is Scott, and thank you so much for watching. We're a group of curious and passionate humans creating documentary-style content for those who share our curiosity, ask questions, and seek to dig deeper in a world where almost everything isn't quite what it seems. We are Mystery Syndicate. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, leave a comment, and give this video a like. And to be notified when we post new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and for exclusive merchandise and our blog, visit our website at www.mysterysyndicate.com. And for those that wish to support our channel, please visit Mystery Syndicate on Patreon. We have a variety of new patron tiers with tons of great benefits. If you want to see your name on a future video, be sure to check it out. From all of us at Mystery Syndicate, thank you again. We sincerely appreciate your support.